Live from the Michigan International Speedway, it is round 17 of 20 on the Speed Racing Network Z Grill's 5th season. 10 drivers go into tonight's race in a dead heat, and tonight is the first of 3 steps towards a trim down to 5 drivers for Homestead. I am Emerson Arden, and I have my good friend and colleague Will Tiller alongside myself in the virtual booth this evening. We are excited to be bringing you live coverage from virtual Brooklyn, Michigan, here on the iRacing.com motorsport simulations platform. It is a high-speed 2-miler to start round 2 of the playoffs. And Will, this is a track where in these Z Grill Series cars, tire conservation will loom large. What can we expect tonight?
Oh, you can expect absolute chaos in tonight's race. We've seen it the past 2 nights in the trucks. I'm curious to see what a little extra speed is going to do to these cars in this race. We saw a photo finish last night. We saw the elbows out early. But what we didn't see, Emerson, is a lot of cautions. Will we see a different thing here tonight? Or we see that clear sailing type of race we've seen the past 2 nights? I can't wait to kick off the top 10 here tonight.
Absolutely couldn't agree more, Will. We come into tonight's race with 10 drivers tied in a dead heat to start the process to figure out a championship 5 crew. Tyler Justice, Adrian Schumacher, the 2 winners from the last round. Dustin Montgomery, the dominant driver most of the season up until the playoffs, where Tyler Justice seemingly has taken that torch. Sean Powell, part of that Phase 2 Chassis Works group. Gabriel Ellison, our Iowa race winner, who's on provisional pole as we speak. A couple tank racing drivers in Seth Berger and Max Service. David Robertson, Scotty Ranshield, and Logan Truitt, the 10 drivers competing for 5 spots. That gets going tonight here from Michigan. I have to say, looking at the timing sheet here, Will, I believe you do have the same access to it that I do. The top 9 are within 13/100ths of a second, Will. I think that speaks volumes to just how competitive this series is.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to be that style of race. We've seen it the past 2 nights in the truck series. I expect no different here in these Xfinity cars. Stage number 1, very, very important in this race, Emerson, not only because of those stage points, because this race sets the tone for the top 10. If you can win this race here tonight, you go ahead and punch your ticket. You don't have to worry about going short track racing in an Xfinity car. You can just worry about getting to that championship, so watch out for those fireworks early on in tonight's race.
Well, here's the thing. 14 drivers took lap time tonight here, Will. 15 showed up. But 1 driver to not take lap time tonight, Dustin Montgomery. Point leader for most of the regular season, electing to start from the back of the field tonight. With that being said, I think it is time for us to head down to our starting lineup for tonight's action, and we'll get to our grid now. And there it is. Gabriel Ellison out of JBR, Logan Truitt, his teammate, making up the front row here from the Michigan International Speedway. David Robertson and Scotty Ranshield make up row 2. Max Service, Tyler Justice, row 3. Michael Sturgill and Nathan De La Rosa, row 4, Will.
Yeah, and then we look at Seth Berger, Adrian Schumacher right there, Paul Bliss, Sean Powell, the next row, Scott Kalaw, Blake Hensley, and Dustin Montgomery rounds out our field in that 12 machine. And we see these drivers here tonight. And watch out for that 12 machine of Dustin Montgomery. Been one of those heavyweight contenders in this series this year.
Absolutely, Will. The driver who's been so dominant so far of his season. And here we are getting ready to do battle from the Michigan International Speedway. And we are still riding the high of the wild and wicked race last night, Will. Some fantastic stuff we had last night. We had great racing. 7 desperate playoff drivers all fighting for the lead with 5 laps to go. Late race overtime attempts, carnage, and a 3-wide photo finish. It doesn't get much better than that. We'll see if tonight can top that.
No, absolutely not. And I referred to the night before last night, and tonight I'll probably do the same during tonight's broadcast. And it's only because In last night's race and in the race before that, we watched one guy in the first stage essentially dominate. Emerson go wire to wire in the stage, just, get lock in. Here tonight, will we see the same thing? That same guy dominate the first stage. But what happens though, Emerson, it's a whole different race after that first stage. All those guys that have gone on to win those first stages in these races the past couple nights did not even finish inside the top 5 and after that. So watch out for that here tonight as well.
Absolutely. And so as the field works their way off the pit lane, I think it's time to make some race picks. Well, what are we feeling?
Ooh, race picks. This is that good time. I'm looking at the scoring pylon right now. We talked about the 6 of Tyler Justice. I got to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with Dustin Montgomery in that 12, starting from the rear of the field.
It's crazy to think that a 4-time winner this season is an underdog, but that's the way Montgomery's been performing as of lately. I would agree, Will. I think he is an underdog in this case, starting from the back of the field. And yeah, here we are looking forward. The obvious choice is Tyler Justice. Some great choices. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the Iowa race winner, our pole sitter, Gabriel Ellison. He's got the clean air to start. He's got a teammate to his outside. Why not? He's a 1-time winner on the season. Why not make it 2 when it matters most? Gabriel Ellison. Also a glitch truck series driver competing now in the Z-Girl series as well. Gabriel Ellison finds his way into that championship 5. As the iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety down in the pit lane, the field in the hands of Gabriel Ellison, and racing commences from the Great Lakes State. Gabriel Ellison leading here at Michigan. He's got David Robertson, Max Service, Logan Truitt, and Michael Sturgill in tow. The JBR driver, Logan Truitt, works to the outside of the Tank Racing driver, Max Service, in that battle for third. Truitt clears. Now Sturgill want to get a piece of the action as well as they battle it out for 4th. He's got the spot. Now Scotty Reinshield coming to the assistance.
Yeah, that side-by-side battle already. The 81 machine trying to battle it out with Michael Sturgill into corner number 3. I expected fireworks early. We're seeing them now. There's the 81 machine trying to find that low groove down the front stretch here across that start-finish line. Just a few laps in as the field heads into 1.
Top 3, single file, make that top 4. Service slots in now. Reinshield trying to find a way through. Service, Reinshield, Berger, Justice. Now De La Rosa and Paul Bliss, a little bit of contact as they come off of turn number 2. Everyone scatters, but they make sure everyone keeps going the right direction into the corner. De La Rosa a little high up the track. Justice working on Berger.
And a stage break is going to be on lap 25. You're seeing this battle off the corner. Oh my goodness, that liquid molly machine of Justice there to the low side of that racetrack. Almost made contact there with the 77 machine of Seth Berger, who is rocking a unique paint scheme, to say the least, here tonight, Emerson.
It's one of those Gordon throwback schemes, running the green and yellow flames, and he's running the colors for the Flood Brothers, one of his personal sponsors here, has been supporting him for years on end as Berger has made his endeavors with Tank Racing. Going at it toe-to-toe, this is in the heart of the field, heart of the top 10 here for the 7th position. Paul Bliss trying to put his name into the mix as well. The top 6 single file, make that top 7 as Tyler Justice clears by Seth Berger.
Right though, Emerson. I got real close off of 4 there for a minute.
Yes, it did. These drivers pushing the limit here. To get yourself in line is paramount. And you see just how aggressive these drivers will be to put themselves in prime position. But all of a sudden, Berger finds himself back to the outside of Tyler Justice, and we're not done here. Reinshield Tries to give some draft to his pseudo teammate in Tyler Justice. Service trying to pull tank racing driver Seth Berger up with that outside lane draft.
Yeah, field comes off of for a few battles around the racetrack. A lead, though, Gabriel Ellison still leading the way. 39.047 fastest lap time so far. On the high side of the racetrack, we saw the same thing out of the trucks last night. But here tonight, Emerson, it's almost a high side to mid. When you come off the corner, you try to get high again there. When you come off of 2 down the backstretch into 3 and 4, watch this interesting line that they're taking with the Xfinity cars.
Absolutely. These B cars here on the iRacing.com motorsport simulations platform, they are pretty true to life, and they are one of the more difficult cars to drive on the service. 650 horsepower to the rear tires. Big bricks as we have a battle for the lead. Robertson has gotten to run. He's driven it down to the inside of Gabriel Ellison. Side by side out of turn number 2. Dead heat off of 2.
Oh, I like somebody at a buffet looking to go for the dessert section. Robinson was looking for that battle for the lead as he looks to the inside into 3 and 4. He might have it, Emerson. He's now found an Emperor's New Groove there on the low side. He's going to watch out, though. He doesn't want to make contact with Ellison off of 4. It's too early for that, boys. Right now, as Robinson, they're going to go side by side into 1.
Robertson, he tried to throw a slider on Ellison, but Ellison was not having any of it. Ellison knows how important clean air is. He fought hard to the outside and said, no way. Robertson's going to have to give it all if he's going to find his way past Gabriel Ellison. And now Ellison's got some help from Logan Truitt and Michael Sturgill, part of that JBR stable, coming up to help.
You're very frantic up here at the top of the grid early on, 8 laps into the first round of the top 10 of the Z Grills Xfinity Series here at SRN. Oh my goodness.
Robertson clears.
Right up that back bumper, Ellison. Emerson, they're going at it.
Well, absolutely. Ellison just lost the lead. Not too happy. Losing that clean air advantage. New leader here at Michigan, David Robertson, with that move through turns 3 and 4, got clear. And now trying to set sail, the Elliott Sadler eSports driver searching for his first victory on the season. And what better time than a chance to lock yourself into the Championship 5?
And we saw it last night with Brad Herman. Essentially came up from the rear of the field. He overcame all those quote-unquote big dogs of the series. He was essentially the 7th or 8th seed coming into that race last night. Threw himself into that championship round. Now can sit back and his lazy boy at those short tracks doesn't have to worry, Emerson. That's the same opportunity for one driver here tonight. If you're inside of that top 10, doesn't matter where you're at. We reset the points coming in here tonight as Robinson takes us into 3.
Working lap 10 of 95 here from the Michigan International Speedway. Battle here between Tyler Justice and Paul Bliss. This is going on for that 8th position. 5 away in the battle between Justice and Berger. Berger has come out on top. Berger being 7th. Justice fell back to 9th.
Pretty calm on the racetrack here. 11 laps in. Gabriel Ellison there in that 2nd spot. We do have some movers so far in this race. There's Dustin Montgomery. He's up a few spots already. Also, Paul Bliss up 3 spots. And Scott Kalal has now cracked inside the top 10 in that 32 machine.
Michael Sturgill also up 3 spots. Our biggest mover, highest up the running order. David Robertson up 2 as he takes the race lead. Takes down the JBR duo in Ellison and Truitt. Biggest loser so far, Will, is Nathan De La Rosa. Now, he did scrape the wall a couple laps ago out at turn number 4. So De La Rosa maybe trying to play it safe, try to take it easy, try to stay in this draft. Because if he loses this draft and he has damage to that car, it might be game over.
Yeah, this is the type of track where if you have any kind of damage, you get out of that draft. This is a very draft-reliant racetrack, Emerson. We saw it even out of the trucks these past couple nights. You want to stay locked in. You want to find your teammates. You want somebody right up that back bumper pushing you along. Try to flow with traffic. We've seen single-file lanes here at this racetrack. Very draft reliant. Watch out for that damage. Oh my goodness. As Seth Berger and Tyler Justice, they continue to go at it into one.
Just when we thought this battle was over, Will, it reemerges. Justice powers by Bliss, and we go at it once again. They samba for 7th. Berger and Justice.
And that's an absolute heavyweight battle between those two. We figured coming into this race, Tyler Justice in the 6 would get up to the top side of the grid, get out into that open air, essentially dominate this race. We're not seeing it here, though, tonight. Now he's to the low side of the 77 machine here on the front stretch, trying to ride that momentum. I don't think it will be enough as the battle continues into the corner.
Justice, big run, dives it into turn number 1. Tyler Justice clears up into that 7th position, makes easy work of Seth Berger to move the 6 up to P7. Working lap 14, a 95 here from the Michigan International Speedway. This time, that will be 11 laps to go in stage number 1. It's David Robertson leading a quarter second over Gabriel Ellison, another quarter second back to Logan Truitt. And it's Sturgill in service, the top 5. Ryan Shield, Justice, Berger, Bliss, and Kalal, the top 10. Schumacher, Montgomery, Dathan De La Rosa, Sean Powell, and Blake Hensley, the field.
David Robinson, now he's in that lead position, Emerson. Now he's in that clean air. We talked about this. If you get that clean air, you can lock in here in this first stage. All you got to do is play a little defense. We know Gabriel Ellison is going to give him a little bit more here before this stage ends in about 11 laps or so. But we'll also watch out for Michael Sturgill or Max Service. They're going at it with one another there for that 4th spot.
You're right, Will. Here we go. In this battle for 4th, Service did not want to just sit and ride behind Sturgill. Now the unfortunate news is Service is going to have to fight and claw here for a slot in line, or Sturgill is just going to power by around the outside. It'll be side by side out of turn number 2, but Service is going to have to fall in line back behind the 3 machine. And don't look too soon. Tyler Justice made easy work of pseudo teammate Scotty Reinshield. Tyler Justice smells a top 5.
Whoa, look at that baller move out of the 6. He might have a little BOGO action on his hands. He dove into the corner there. He's still to the inside fender there. He might get that position from the 3 of Michael Sturgill. Here comes a man again. Better call yo mama, because here comes Tyler Justice up the field.
Tyler Justice, just when everybody thought they had a chance. Oh, Justice, a little bit of a check up in the center of the corner. Ryan Shield contact with Max Service. Ryan Shield, big save out of turn 2, but he's going to feel the effects of it here. 3 wide behind between, looks like Montgomery, Schumacher, and De La Rosa. 4 wide. Contact going on back here. De La Rosa checks up. What is going on?
Whoa, my goodness. Watch out here off of 4. You got to ride that momentum to keep it clean. Everybody's together. There's Dustin Montgomery back there as well. He's in the Hornet's Nest of drivers. So is Schumacher here as we're taking down the laps in stage number 1.
Working lap 18 to 95. The stage caution coming out the completion of lap 25. And it is a phase 2 chassis works duo of Montgomery and Powell trying to power by some of the JBR drivers back here in De La Rosa and Hensley. They got 3 wide with Schumacher. We're not able to make it work. Give it a spot to Scott Kalal. And now Hensley washes way up the racetrack, nearly into Sean Powell. Up the road, Tyler Justice. He's gotten by Service. He's working to get up by Truitt and Sturgill.
Look at Tyler Justice. He's just eating away. He's just trying to get through that Thanksgiving dinner here as he's to the inside. He's eating through the mashed potatoes. He's eating through the gravy, Emerson, but he wants some turkey, and that's at the top side of the grid as now he's up to 4th. Knock on the door of the podium.
Tyler Justice giving it his all here in the opening laps here of the round 17 of 20 from Michigan. He's got a good run here on Sturgill. 3 cars sitting in P3, but for how long? Overtaken by Tyler Justice? Maybe no. Oh, a little bit of draft dancing, side drafting down the front straightaway. In the turn number 1, Justice sends it And Justice clears onto the podium.
Now watch out for that 6 as he comes off of 2. If we could ride on board with that 6 machine, he is just on that wheel so heavy into those corners. Emerson, you'll watch him here. He's the middle of these corners. You watch either drivers, they perform on the low side of the racetrack or the high side of the racetrack. You see the 6, he's just locked in. He has found a hot side to this track, those hot wheel firecracker bumpers there into 1. He's on the move here in stage number 1.
On his way forward, Sturgill gonna try to make another lunge back. It's not going to be much to, and now 3/4 seconds back is the gap between Robertson and Justice. 4 laps to go here in stage number 1. And a battle for the lead. Ellison and Robertson going at it. Ellison sends it into turn 3. Robertson fights back. This is not what you want to be doing with Tyler Justice hot in pursuit.
Oh, he's coming too. This is a Need for Speed hot pursuit right now. You got the El Diablo Lamborghini, and you got the red and blues going on in your rear view. Here comes Tyler Justice. He is coming for that lead as these guys continue to battle it out off of 2.
Tyler Justice loving every bit of it. These two side by side continue to reel in the 6 machine. The 46, the 36, and the 6 going at it for the stage win here in Michigan. Ellison files back in line, but was it too much? Justice is there.
Oh, he is right there. And do not look in your rear view, Gabriel Ellison. You'll see the scream mask, and all you'll hear is "What's up?" as Tyler Justice there is in that 3rd spot, trying to get up there to get another stage win.
Sean Powell sideways. Great save from the 1 machine, nearly going around to turn number 1. Back up front, the top 3 still nose to tail. Justice biding his time. This time that'll be 2 laps to go into stage. Justice has a run on Ellison. The battle for 4th between Truett and Service rages on.
Yeah, we're getting hypnotized by this battle up here at the lead. We forget about what's going on behind them. Emerson, look at Logan Truett, Max Service, all these guys in lockstep for that 5th spot. We're going to have a battle for the lead here in just a moment's time, but look at these positions here at the end of this stage. This could spell disaster here as we're down the backstretch.
Berger finds a slot in line behind teammate Max Service. Here comes Ryan Shield and Sturgill dueling it out for 7th. Up front, Justice gets to the inside of Ellison. Nearly 3 wide. Robertson's got to close it off. Justice gets by Ellison. 1 lap to go here in stage number 1.
Absolutely exhilarating race into corner number 1. There goes Tyler Justice to the inside. He's putting the pressure on Robinson here at the end of stage number 1. They're side by side. Robinson very, very high in the racetrack as we're off of 2, side by side for the lead.
Out of turn number 2, Justice clears to the race lead. The block thrown on Robertson side by side as they head down to turn number 3. Who's going to get back to the stripe first? Robertson drives it hard, but Justice drives it harder. Off of turn number 4, Tyler Justice is going to win stage 1 here at Michigan.
Wow,
Robertson,
what an absolute
Ellison,
drive.
Truett, Service, Berger, Ryan Shield, Sturgill, Schumacher, and Montgomery to top 10.
What did we just witness there out of Tyler Justice? Just an absolute man on a mission, up 5 spots. It's the drop of the green flag, and Emerson, he absolutely did it the hard way. He was BOGOing it around the racetrack, low side, every sort of hard move he had to do to get that stage victory. And boy, if there is a man that doesn't need any more bonus points, it's the 6 machine of Tyler Justice, but he just got them all.
Well, everyone was tied with Tyler Justice for a grand total of 25 laps. Tyler Justice reclaims the point lead with the stage victory here from Michigan. 1/3 of the way down here from almost 1/3. It'll be 1/3 on the restart. 1/3 of the way down from Michigan. Tyler Justice, the race leader. Robertson, Ellison, The top 3 pit lane will be open to the field here. And they will be led down by a Phase 2 Chassis Works crowd of Tyler Justice. What a wild
Oh yeah.
stage that was. Everyone put all their chips on the table. And the one that made it work the most, the one who won the hand, was, of course, the one who's been winning all the hands in Tyler Justice.
Yeah, and it's just the same performances we've seen all season long out of that 6. Of course, has 2 wins coming into tonight. I mean, we saw great battles at Ellison and Robinson there at the top as the field heads down pit road here on the Speed Racing Network on this wonderful Thursday night here. It's going to be hard now. Now that he has the top of the grid, I mean, it's going to be now having to play a lot of offense getting around this 6. Can somebody do it, Emerson? And I think it might come down to those money stops at the end.
Absolutely. The thing here, I think we're going to get 2 of those money stops. Here, service slide to the box. That's going to be painful. Service is going to drop down the running order as a result of that. And the race off the pit lane, Justice down and away. And Allison wins the race off pit road. Well, there you go. Tyler Justice gets the stage victory and will not lead the field back to green. As we'll get a chance to talk to our stage 1 winner in Tyler Justice. And Tyler, what a phenomenal stage to drive through the front half of the field. You know, the hard part of the field, but you just make it look so easy. What's it to you, man, to just drive past these guys like nothing?
I don't know. That was pretty cool. I have no idea how we got there. We started off like I think I qualified like 6th or 8th, and lost a couple spots at the start, and I wasn't feeling it. And you can ask all my teammates in Discord. Like I was not having it, and then they were about to mute my mic. I was talking so much. So no, I was just trying to buy my time there because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But luckily, I guess I saved my tires the right way and kind of figured out a higher line there in 1 and 2 that got you, a good run off the exit down the backstretch, and I think that's what kind of helped. And then got up to 3rd there and on their bumper for the lead. And I didn't think I'd get past both of them as quick as I did, especially on the bottom like that. But luckily, we were able to clear them both before the stage ends. So glad to get the track position because it is super hard to pass, especially early. But once the tires start wearing off a little bit, it gets a little loose. So um, definitely an interesting race. Drives a little different, but I think we got something here.
Well, Tyler, just as the whole playoff grid was tied with you for a total of 25 laps, and you take the points lead right back with the stage 1 victory. Congratulations on your stage 1 victory. Best luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you, sir.
Driver of the number 6, that is Tyler Justice, our stage 1 winner. We start in P2 for the restart to the outside of pole sitter Gabriel Ellison. Some drivers hit the pit lane. There will, for a little bit, to top off Sturgill, Bliss, Service, and Powell. Look for them to make some inroads on the fuel stops later. I think it's going to be a 2-stopper here to the end, and those 4 putting themselves in the best position.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be that strategic pit stop as well. Watch for a prototypical stop to begin with, and then a gamble stop at the end. Absolute fireworks I expect here on this restart.
And so the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety in the pit lane, and racing will resume from Michigan. One lap removed from the stage 2 restart of the field, fanning about. David Robertson is taking second back. Tyler Justice trying to make that move right back on David Robertson. Here comes Seth Berger showing the early might here in stage number 2. Trying to get to Tyler Justice.
Yeah, Seth Berger in that 77 machine as we come off with 2. He's not going to rock a tribute paint scheme for nothing. That tribute is to the great Jeff Gordon. You see him there to the backside of the 6 of Tyler Justice. Great moves in stage number 1. Didn't race inside the top 5. Now I'm trying to take on stage number 1 winner as we come off of 4.
Everyone fanning about out of turn number 4. Everyone now starts to find their way single file. The fighting, hooting, and hollering goes on back here as Montgomery clears by Schumacher. Kalal trying to get into the mix. Kalal gets to the outside of the 0. Maybe. No. Schumacher closes the door. Powell down low.
Absolute single file, though, Emerson into the corner. Similar pace to what we saw last night in those truck races. As we're about to go 3 wide there for just a moment, Sean Powell there is the only car on the low side of the racetrack off of 4. Down the front stretch here on lap 32. It's calm. It's not going to stay that for long as we're into 1.
Very tight down the front straightaway, but Justice does not take the run on Robertson. So we stay nose to tail out in front. The battle's going on back here between Montgomery and Powell and Ryan Shield and Truitt and Schumacher all going on up here in this hornet's nest for 6th. Look at Powell wrap that yellow line.
Yeah, he's the only car down there, Emerson, but you can only stay down there for so long. That's going to put so much wear on those Goodyear Eagles.
100% right, Will. It is a blessing and a curse to be able to wrap that yellow line. Powell, oh, look at him. From the high side to the bottom side, even that, just driving across the seams like that, Will, that puts a lot of stress on your tires. But how about 3 wide between...
Whoa.
Oh, Adrian Schumacher's going to go round!
What a shot here on the Speed Racing Network. We're on board with Schumacher as he gets turned there on the backstretch, bringing out the caution flag.
Scott Kalal involved in this one as well. We'll get the replay and see what happened up off the corner. We'll watch overhead in slow-mo. Like Schumacher, Kalal, and Truitt all come together. But turn number 2, and Schumacher trying to come up. Kalal's not all the way up as Schumacher thought. And they just come together. Same piece of real estate.
And Emerson, usually when you're saying come together, you're singing a Beatles song, but not in this instance. This is not a happy-go-lucky moment for these 2 drivers. We had just kicked off stage number 2. They were racing around that top 10 region. These guys were just trying to scrape it out, trying to finish inside of that top 10 here tonight. And, man, Scott Kalal on that 32, he's just had a run of bad luck, Emerson, in these races. And that's unfortunate, and that's going to end his night early once again.
Absolutely will. Here it is up the corner. Kalal was just a little bit lower than the rest of the lane, and Schumacher thought Kalal was going to be up by the outside wall. Kalal, of course, entitled to run wherever he'd like. Schumacher just expecting different, and, well, that's why they come together. Well, most of the field will take this opportunity to pit. Ellison, Berger, Truitt, De La Rosa, Sturgill, and Service will stay out. Sturgill and Service, they took the pit on the 1 to green last caution. De La Rosa, Truitt, Berger, and Ellison, they haven't pitted since the stage caution initially. We're going to take a step aside real quick and hear a quick message from Butt Kicker here on SRN. Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Michigan International Speedway, working caution number 2 on the evening. Emerson Arden, Will Tiller bringing you live coverage around number 17 of 20 here on the Speed Racing Network. Z-Grill's 5th season here from the Michigan International Speedway. Allison, Berger, Truitt, De La Rosa, and Sturgill, top 5. And the iRacing.com safety vehicle. Find it in its safety down in the pit lane. The field in the hands of Gabriel Ellison, and racing will commence once again from Michigan. Battle for the top spot here. Gabriel Ellison, Seth Berger trying to take over the race lead here in that 77 machine. He's got the prime position going down into turn number 1, and Seth Berger clears to the race lead.
Yeah, kicking off the start of the first stage here with absolute fireworks. Seth Berger, our new race leader, down the backstretch here on lap 39. You also see Gabriel Ellison right there as well. But Seth Berger, he's the top dog in the 3 and 4.
3 wide in the heart of the field, maybe more. Everyone all packed up here coming out of turn number 4. Berger trying to scoot away. Robertson down low in this heart of the field. Looks like Truitt working down the bottom side. Ryan Shield, Tyler Justice trying to scoot forward. De La Rosa sat in 3rd, trying to fend off the 46.
No time to breathe here at Michigan. Robinson now looks to the low side of the racetrack. There goes Tyler Justice behind him. I wonder if they'll work together. Tyler Justice said, I work with nobody, as he stays to the low side. There goes Robinson to the low side as well. They're going to push Gabriel Ellison up the racetrack in that Toyota. Great shot of Seth Berger, though, in the 77, leading us down the front stretch across that start-finish line, making it 41 into 1.
40 laps complete here from Michigan. Robertson and Ellison, they're on that fresher set of tires here. About 8 lap fresher tires than Seth Berger. And it's going to come to fruition here out of turn number 2. Big run for the both of them. Berger leads, but for how long?
I don't think for long. Here comes Tyler Justice to the inside of Robinson. Robinson was not ready for it there. Emerson, you saw the 46 sort of check up. He was like, oh no, there goes Justice again. BOGO action off of 4. We're going to have a battle for the lead down the front stretch.
Side by side for the race lead, and Tyler Justice snipes the lead away from Seth Berger.
And in the words of a Call of Duty master, that was an absolute no-scope on the 77 machine, as Tyler Justice did that without looking. He takes the lead down the backstretch here, exactly where he was at the end of that first stage. He goes to the inside of 3 and 4, leading again here on lap 42.
Now the battle's here between Ryan Shield and Robertson. They're sat behind Seth Berger. They're going to go at it here down the front straightaway. Ryan Shield down to the inside. He gets by Robertson. He looks at the inside of Berger. They'll be side by side in the turns 1 and 2. Robertson wants to drop it down lower than the 99. Can't do it. 77.99 side by side for P2.
Here comes Scotty Ryan Shield as well. He said, y'all playing zombies up here at the top of the lead. Well, give me the ray gun, because I'm about to take over the lead as well, because he'll take over the second spot from the 77 of Seth Berger off of 4. He's coming for that number 1 spot. Call Scotty Ryan Shield ludicrous as we're across the start-finish line.
Tyler Justice, Scotty Ryan Shield, Seth Berger, David Robertson, Gabriel Ellison, Van the top 5. De La Rosa, Service, Hensley, Sergio Montgomery, the top 10. Powell, Truitt, and Bliss the lead lap. Schumacher in the pits and Kalaw's out. That is how the 15 drivers run here. Lap 44 of 95 to battle for third now between Robertson and Berger.
Yeah, Robinson is falling out of that lead spot. He's under fire from the 77 as the 77 looks to the inside. He'll get on the back bumper off of the corner. That's a wise move there as Gabriel Ellison now has slid down the grid as well. You see Max Service just on the outside of the Ellison machine. You see a pileup just outside of that top 10 there, Emerson, as our top 2 leaders take us off the corner. Looks like they're going to have a battle of their own down the backstretch.
Very tight between the two pseudo teammates out in front. Now Ryan Shield wants, oh my goodness! The slicing and dicing up front. Justice makes an evasive move into the corner, and Scotty Ryan Shield might have to run through the center of the corner. This might get spicy here off of turn number 4.
And we like spicy here on the Speed Racing Network. A little mucho caliente as we're into one. Ryan Shield again on the back bumper into the corner. This is that heavyweight battle that we expected here tonight. But for the 99, absolutely applying the pressure off of 2. Only thing that worries me here, Emerson, is he trying too hard too soon here as we're coming up to the first round of this green flag pit stop.
Potentially, but they're going to have a while to go on pit stops. These guys still have 20 laps at least on this set of tires and fuel, so still 40 miles for these guys to duel it out. The pit stops will be coming from the rest of these guys, Berger and Ellison. They'll be looking to pin about 10 laps time. Justice and Ryan Shield, they'll go at it here. They're showing how important clean air can be here, Will. Ryan Shield, a great run. He turns down to the center of the corner, uses the hill to his momentum, side by side down the back.
Yeah, he might have it there. He's trying to ride that momentum on the low side of the racetrack. Tyler Justice now on the high side. He's going to be kept high into 3 and 4. They're side by side. Door to door here into 3 and 4. Scotty Reinshield trying to take the lead here on lap 47. He does so off of 4. Tyler Justice, though, you know he's not going to be happy with second. He's a Ricky Bobby wannabe driver here into 1. If you ain't first, you're last. And he has the victories to back it up. Emerson trying to get another one here tonight. But Scotty Reinshield applying that pressure off of 2.
New leader here at Michigan, the 99 is Scotty Reinshield. Tyler Justice says 1 lap is enough. He's going to take it right back. Great move down the back.
What a move there, Emerson.
This goes on to continue to open the gap to this mess back here. Sturgill, Hensley, and Powell all doing it out 3 wide back here.
Yeah, I was keeping my eye out on Blake Hensley as well in that 31 machine. He's in this hornet's nest inside the top 10, but he is inside of the top 10, actually up 5 spots, make it 6 spots since the drop of the green flag.
Still 3 wide. Hensley, Sturgill, Powell. Powell finally falls back behind Sturgill. Sturgill falls in behind Hensley, and Hensley takes advantage of the 3 wide scenario that just went on there, holding station in A, trying to set his sights on Service, and Ellison and Berger up the road.
Yeah, I'm watching the 77 and Gabriel Ellison in that 36. I'm watching their lap times now get very, very close to 41. So this ran a 40.8 last time by, but you're also watching lap times of Logan Truitt, who headed down the same lap window. Those lap times now starting to get into the 41s. So drivers in that 27 lap range there, Emerson, now need to start thinking about heading down pit road.
Maybe. It's still going to be a while here, I think, before we really see pit stops emerge, especially with that second caution helping out with the field number a little bit. I think at least 10 laps before we see some pit stops. Look at this move. Powell trying to take it 3 wide through the middle.
Powell has been stuck back here in these Hornets' nest all race long, trying to shoot the gap into the corner. There goes the 1 machine of Sean Powell. Will he get the spot? Emerson, as we're still door to door through the apex of the corner here. The 1 will stay low side of the racetrack. Sean Powell has been quiet here. He'll get the spot off of 2.
Powell and Hensley, they're not done yet. They're still fighting it out into turns 3 and 4. Powell has a huge lunge. Can he clear the 31? He clears barely. Hensley fights back hard, but Powell, he's gotten there. Now he looks to the max service.
He is moving and grooving in this race. He's looking to the inside. Sean Powell, usually named as inside of the top 5. Majority of these races, Emerson, here tonight, like I said, has been quiet, has been just calm in this race. You see him now applying a little bit of pressure here with 44 laps to go. Do you think the one machine, if he can get up there to the 6, maybe he could throw his hat into the ring?
Maybe, but there's a couple hats going on here. Montgomery powers by the Elliott Sadler eSports driver and David Robertson to move Dustin Montgomery, the 4-time race winner on the season, move him up to 3rd.
Positional changes all over the racetrack as Tyler Justice continues to lead Scotty Reinshield there in 2nd. Dustin Montgomery, I mentioned that name to kick off the broadcast. My race win picker here tonight has gone from last to almost 1st, now inside of that podium, up 12 spots. He's dropped the green flag.
Still hot and heavy for the top spot here. Reinshield and Justice, both sporting liquid molly on the hood of these cars, but still going at it hard. 43 laps to go. Now make it 42 from Michigan. Reinshield has runs. He tries to take them, but Justice just too strong, especially on the later part of these runs. Justice, he taps the wall.
Yeah, Reinshield keeps looking to the inside. You see as they come roaring by the camera here on the Speed Racing Network as we're off of the corner. Scotty Reinshield will put that nose to the fender. Now we'll go back to the back bumper of the 6 machine. And in this moment, Emerson, I believe you're watching the 99 of Scotty Reinshield. Just get comfortable. That's all he needs to do in that 99. Get comfortable behind the 6. Keep him in your grasp. Don't let him run away with this race, but also don't apply too much pressure here with 42 laps to go.
Absolutely. It's all about that, right? Seeing how much you can get away with here. And Tyler Justice trying to get away with some robbery, trying to take the 5th position away from Seth Berger. They're going to go at it, and Powell is going to throw it back into that one machine. He's going to get the 77 arrow loose there off of turn number 2. Sean Powell got in position. He dumped all that dirty air on the nose of the 77. You saw it. Berger almost went around.
Yeah, that got dicey there for a minute off the corner. It's that blind throw. When you're throwing that tail in front of the nose, the guy coming off the corner, this is a momentum style of racetrack, Emerson. You're going from the low side of the racetrack, riding that momentum to the high side of the racetrack. So you have to make sure you're clear on that high side. And good for both of those drivers. They were both clear up there as we watch Dustin Montgomery. He's a hard charger in this race. And Sean Powell, he's up 7 spots up the 5th.
Everyone gets so close to that outside wall. 40 laps to go here from Michigan. If you're going to make it to the end, that pit stop will come here in about 10 laps or so, if you can make it that far. And for turn number 4, it's Montgomery Robertson in that battle for 3rd. They're still about a second back from Justice and Reinshield, but that gap was bigger. And so as these two continue to fight out in front, Montgomery continues to close that gap. Now 0.8 of a second. Now count it 0.7 of a second.
Yeah, he's definitely creeping up on these guys here in the lead. But you watch the 99. He comes off the corner with that momentum, able to pass the 6. Decides to file right back behind the back bumper of that Tyler Justice machine. You mentioned it though, Dustin Montgomery, he's coming along there with 39 laps to go. How long can this battle continue? What kind of strategies will we see? We're going to make it 38 laps to go as Tyler Justice takes us into 1.
Nose to tail here for the top 2. Montgomery's broken away a little bit from Powell. Powell's got Robertson hot in pursuit. Then it's Berger leading Ellis in 6th and 7th. Service, Abe Hensley, 9th, 3rd shell the top 10. They're tight as they fight it out for the last spot inside the top 10. Hensley clears. That is the top 10. Rest of the lead lap, Truitt 11th, Bliss 12th, Nathan De La Rosa 13th. Adrian Schumacher is in 14th, 18 laps down. Car in the wall, Blake Hensley.
Well, that concerns me there for Adrian Schumacher. Came into this top 10 race with 1 win on the season, essentially, quote unquote, a number 2 seed as we reset the points. Now with a performance here tonight, Emerson, he's going to finish this race 17 laps down. Then going to go 2 short tracks these next 2 weeks. It's going to be a very hard task there for Adrian Schumacher.
Absolutely, but Adrian Schumacher, his skill set favors road courses. What's the closest thing you can get to a road course on the oval side of a circuit? The short tracks. He's going to have a strong case with Richmond and a driver's track like Nashville. Well, Nashville is not a short track. The corners feel like short tracks. It's just a long straightaways at 1 1/3 of a mile long of a racetrack. But Richmond, that is going to be intriguing too, because that is really a driver's track. You know, you can set the car up how you want, but it's the driver who can really make that thing go round. And Michael Sturgill pounds the wall down. These JBR drivers getting a little friendly with that safer barrier.
Absolutely. And on the flip side of that, look at the likes of Scotty Reinshield. That 99 machine came into this top 10 race as the 9th seed. He only made the playoffs by about 17 points. I mean, this top 10 round by about 17 points. But even if he finishes second here tonight, Emerson, that's going to put him now in that 2nd seed, moving into the next round. If he goes on to win this race, he can catapult himself to 9th into the next round. What an opportunity here for the 99 of Scotty Reinshield.
And all of a sudden, Will, if you're one of those drivers who were solidly in the top 5 last round, it's no longer a solid top 5, you know, pass through into the next round. You're going to have to work a little harder if somebody like a Reinshield, who I wouldn't say is, you know, not up the same caliber, but not on the same radar, flying a little under the radar, I guess, in these playoffs, as opposed to the Tyler Justices and Dustin Montgomerys.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw it last night from Brad Herman in that essentially the same seeding here as the 99 machine of Scotty Reinshield was able to catapult himself into that championship round. Now here tonight, it's going to be a little bit more of a tougher task around the 6 of Tyler Justice, as we have a car having some issues down pit road.
Nathan De La Rosa spun on pit entry. See if we can see it here. De La Rosa maybe trying to get a short pit underway, Will, and a little too hot. Tries to lock down the brakes. Too hot to the barrier. But that's going to start the dominoes here, Will. Logan Truitt is in. 33 laps to go. This could be right at the edge of the fuel window.
Yeah, and it's going to be absolutely tough for the 36 machine of Gabriel Ellison and the 77 of Seth Berger. You're going to have to head down here soon, but you're also going to have to give up that top 10 position. And for Gabriel Ellison, he holds the fastest lap in this race, the only sub 39 flat here tonight at Michigan.
Now, the caveat to that, right, is it's still very much a draft lap. The run of sub 39, it is very much the requiring draft. And we got some pitters here. There you go. Berger and Ellison, they bring in Service and Sturgill in as well.
Absolutely. And one thing that'll spoil all these strategies on the racetrack, Emerson, a caution flag. And we have not seen very many of them here tonight. Absolutely similar to these past 2 nights here at Michigan.
Here you go. The 4 drivers coming down the pit lane. Ellison, Service, Sturgill, and Berger. They're all coming down to the attention of their crews. They're all Berger's down and away. Sturgill, Service, and Ellison. Berger jumps Ellison once again. Service in the middle. Sturgill, the 4th car there as they come off the pit lane. And so now it's Tyler Justice. He's going to put a lap on these guys, but these guys are going to have fresh tires. Here, yeah, Berger, he's going to jump right in front of the leader. This could be interesting. Justice, he's going to have the run, but Berger, he's going to be in cold tires, but he's going to have fresh tires. And Berger powers by Tyler Justice to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, we're going to see all sorts of those moves.
Oh, here we go. Reinshield, Montgomery, they're trying to pit in the thick of all these cars coming off the pit lane.
They're the only 2 heading down in this window.
Now, this one's intriguing. 30 laps to go. That I would assume means that they are in the fuel window, because they could still go 8 or so laps longer than the guys who just pitted. But because they're going just a lap later, I have to assume that they're good. Well, you might see Justice, Powell, Robertson, and Hensley. They might go, and Paul Bliss, they might go another 6 laps. Down away is Dustin Montgomery, Scotty Rancho, and the race leader is in. Tyler Justice pitting from the race lead. Sean Powell now takes over the lead with Robertson, Hensley, and Bliss, the only ones left to pit. Justice down and away. And now Powell, the leader, is going to come down. He's going to bring in Robertson. Powell sideways. Powell's going to go round.
Oh. As Powell just absolutely turns himself around on pit road.
Oh, he might be stuck on the curb, Will.
Oh.
I think he's stuck on the curb. Look at that. Oh, he gets it off the curb, but he's going to lose so much time.
Oh. That's just absolutely disastrous for the one. Just heartbreak for the one machine.
So unfortunate for Sean Powell. Down and away is Hensley. There's Robertson. Will Montgomery's still in the pit lane. Dustin Montgomery sped on pit road. Dustin Montgomery in trouble.
Crazy, Emerson.
And he's still on pit road. Montgomery, he might be done. Paul Bliss, the leader, is in.
Wow. What is happening down pit road right now?
Oh, now Montgomery's down and away. He was in the pit box for 58 seconds. So that could include a 40-second speeding penalty plus 15 seconds of service. And Dustin Montgomery, very unfortunate here. Seth Berger, however, has taken the race lead here at Michigan.
Wow. And that 77, as you mentioned, looking good in that Jeff Gordon paint scheme as he takes us into the corner. Gabriel Ellison now finds himself in that second spot. And look at that 99 of Scotty Reinshield in third, exactly where he needs to be now with 27 laps to go.
And now the back of the field, Will. Schumacher 17 laps, Kalaw out, De La Rosa out, Montgomery 2 laps down, Powell 1 lap down. There's only 10 cars on the lead lap. And everyone's going out of here with the grab bag of strategies.
We're racing for that Willy Wonka golden ticket. You know, I mentioned to kick off this broadcast the importance of this race. You don't have to worry about a short tracks if you can get this checkered flag here, as the 77 Burger will take us off 4.
Battle here, Sturgill in service. Sturgill all the way down to the apron. He wants to go grass mowing down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Service trying to work that high side. They're still side by side for 5th.
Side by side for that 5th spot. Max Service trying to hold on. He's ran a pretty good race here tonight. But Sturgill, he's been absolutely aggressive as well in that 3 machine. He locks it now inside of that top 5. 25 laps to go here at Michigan. Who will be the first driver into that championship round?
These drivers fighting for hard stuff there. Truitt and Robertson. They go at it. Robertson clears to 7th in this battle. Tyler Justice, he's taken a good chunk out of the lead from Seth Berger. He's running about 0.2 quicker than the 77 machine right now. So Justice is going to catch Seth Berger, but will he be able to pass Sethberger's going to be the other thing. Sean Powell, I believe, has left. Yeah, Sean Powell is out. So Montgomery's going to go to 11th. But what's that going to do, Will, is you see De La Rosa and Powell. Powell, he'll update to out here in a bit. Schumacher's going to grab a couple spots from 14th, down 17 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. And you will watch the drivers of Tyler Justice right there. Also watching Dave Robinson in that 46 machine. Blake Hensley. These are the drivers that are going to have fresher equipment in this run, including Scotty Reinshield at 99. Remember, he's only a few laps difference than the guy right behind him there, Tyler Justice, who's going to use that 99 to try to get up to the top of the grid. As right now, with 23 laps to go, here comes that 99.
Berger leading here in Michigan, but half a second back. Two hungry hounds with fresher tires. Reinshield and Justice second, and third Ellison, fourth Sturgill, fifth Service, Robertson, Hensley, Truitt, and Bliss the top 10. And Reinshield now has halved the gap since we last said it. Scotty Reinshield trying to make something happen here in Michigan. Seth Berger trying to see if he can fend him off. Reinshield is there.
Yeah, he's absolutely right there. He looks to the inside into the corner. The 99 will take over the lead if he can continue this run on the low side of the racetrack. They're door-to-door here on the corner. The 99 gets loose, though. Off of 2, keeps it together as we're door-to-door. Here comes Tyler Justice to the party as well. We're John Forest drag racing down the backstretch.
2 wide, Justice wants to make it 3. Berger fights hard, but to no avail. Scotty Reinshield takes the race lead here from Michigan. Justice clears to second.
And we talked about the importance for the 99. If he can just hold on here with 20 laps to go. Played the best defense you've played all season long. Try to lock that 6 away from that top spot. Get low if you have to. Get down in the 3-point stance. As we're off of 2, that 99 can just smell victory here down the backstretch.
David Robertson making easy work of Max Service and Michael Sturgill. Robertson into the top 5. Don't count out the 46 just yet. 20 laps to go here from Michigan. Reinshield and Justice duel it out. Berger in hot pursuit. Ellison a little ways back, and David Robertson wanting this battle to happen for him to claw his way into this battle.
As the 99 Scotty Reinshield goes low, fades up the racetrack, coming off of the corner. Knows that the toughest competitor in this league now looks to the inside into 3 and 4. Tyler Justice, here comes that run. Oh my goodness, looks as though he's got those nitrous oxide tanks I talked about last night in this Xfinity car. He takes the lead off of 4.
Justice clears to the race lead. Reinshield powers through the center of the corner. Not able to do much with it. Robertson try as he might. He's trying to work by Ellison now. Robertson, he's got to go. No one is holding Tyler Justice back now.
Can't hold me back as he's trying to get up to the top of the grid. We look inside of that top 5. Gabriel Ellison, David Robinson, Seth Berger, Scotty Reinshield, Tyler Justice leading the way now with 18 laps to go here in this race. Hensley's down there in that 8th spot. Max Service, Michael Sturgill, Logan Truitt, and Paul Bliss make up that top 10 as we're off of 4. Counting down the laps here, Emerson, Tyler Justice trying to make it 3 wins this season.
3 wins these playoffs. This would be his 7th win on the season.
Man.
Tyler Justice, he's been on a tear. This would be win number 7 if he's able to get it done. 7 through 17, not a bad win ratio. And here's Robertson on Berger. This is for 3rd. Will Robertson, he's coming. I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, absolutely. He is coming. He is running very, very fast lap times as well. Actually faster then our leaders, that 46 machine, if he can just get up here to these two, he might have something to say here as these laps continue to wind down on the Speed Racing Network. Scotty Reinshield thought he had a move there to the low side. Good block out of the 6 as we come off a 2.
We're not done yet up here. Ryan Shield thinks he's got a shot. He's going to give it his all. 16 laps to go. This could get spicy before things are over here from the Great Lakes State. Ryan Shield following right in the tire tracks of Tyler Justice, trying to find a run past the 6 machine in that 99, and don't look too soon. The 46 is up to P3, and he's only half a second back of Tyler Justice.
We've watched this race play out all night long. Tyler Justice has had to scrape and claw his way to the top. He has not had an easy go of it here in this race. We come off of 2. The 99 machine of Scotty Reinshield knows what a victory could do to his championship hopes. Right now in that second spot. Comfortable though, Emerson. A second place finish will be good, but he's looking for the checkered flag as we come off of 4.
I'm sure it would be, but David Robertson wants to say no to that. David Robertson wants to put his name into the mix. He's there, but will the advantage Robertson has had, it is shrinking. He still has one, but it's not a big one. It's about 8 100ths last time by, and he's in the dirty air now. We say catching is one thing, passing is another. That may be what's happened here. Robertson out 0.4 of a second, but somewhat stalled out.
It has calmed down on the racetrack as Tyler Justice now finds himself in that clean air. 99 machine of Scotty Reinshield in second. David Robinson in that third spot. And it's a great shot here on the Speed Racing Network. If you're watching along with us here on YouTube, our top 3 drivers are crystal clear on your televisions right now. They are separating from the rest of the field.
Here you go, big run from Robertson. This is going to be huge. How quickly does he get by Reinshield? Oh, great run. Uses the side draft, pulls on the fender, pulls past the 99, and David Robertson clears to second. Sideways!
Whoa! Whoa! Not over yet, though. Emerson is the 99 machine of Scotty Reinshield. Now a dig to the bottom of the racetrack. They almost make contact there on the high side. Scotty Reinshield wants to get back up this second. He'll do that into 1 and 2 as that battle with him in the 46 continues off of the corner. Tyler Justice loves to see it as we're down the backstretch.
Yeah, all signs are pointing to Tyler Justice now as Reinshield and Robertson drag race down the back. Robertson, he's got to get clear to 99 and hold his this time by. He powers by Reinshield, trying to shut the door. And he does. But now he's found himself nearly half a second back. Can he chase down Tyler Justice?
11 laps to go here at Michigan. This is the first round of the top 10. If a driver can win here tonight, they don't have to worry about the short tracks coming up here the next 2 weeks. The points reset as well, so it didn't matter where you were at in that point table coming in here tonight. If you can get a checkered flag, that will be the greatest victory of them all. As we head into 3 and 4, Tyler Justice, you mentioned it, Emerson, he's been in victory lane a few times this season, trying to make it a familiarity as he comes off of 4.
6 wins for the 6 here in 2023. Trying to make it number 7 here with 10 laps to go from Michigan. Robertson brings it within 0.4 of a second, though. Robertson has a slight advantage. Will it come to fruition here?
Tyler Justice continues to lead with 10 laps to go in the Z Grills Xfinity Series here in the Speed Racing Network. Has been the top dog all season long. David Robinson on the 46, he's been right there. So has the 99 machine of Scotty Reinshield. Even if the 99 can finish in 3rd here tonight, Emerson, that'd be a great run heading into these next 2 races. Now we're into single digits now. 9 laps to go at Michigan. Tyler Justice, the leader.
9 laps to go. Last lap, Robertson was a 10th quicker. And now 0.2 of a second is the gap between the top two. 9 laps to go. It's not over. Down the back straightaway. Into turn 3. Robertson, a great run through the center of the corner. Eight laps to go from Michigan. Justice leads Robertson and Ryan Shield, Berger, and Ellis in the top 5. Service, Hensley, Sturgill, Bliss, and Truitt. 8 to go. Robertson, now he's there on the back bumper. All bets are off.
Yeah, Robinson right on the back bumper. He could shut the door on Tyler Justice on that victory dinner he was planning on having here in Michigan, as Robinson's right there. 99 machine of Scotty Reinshield. Can't count him out, though. He's losing a little bit of pace there in that 3rd spot. If anything happens between these two, he'll be right there in that money spot. But let's make it 7 laps to go across the start-finish line.
7 to go. Robertson's there. How does he make this overtake? Catching's one thing, passing's another. Now you put yourself in a prime position. He's pulling up alongside Tyler Justice. He is there, filling up the mirror, filling up the side mirror. He has to file back in line. This time that will be 6 laps to go for car number 6.
6 laps to go. He knows Robinson's going to give it his all here as we come off of 4. Robinson's a 46 machine, really the only driver that can give it to Tyler Justice here as we're across that start-finish line into 1. It's going to be a 2-car battle to the end.
This can make or break your season, and depending on how you're doing, this can make or break yourself. A chance for $500 in about 4 weeks' time is on the line between Robertson and Justice here fighting for that spot to the dance. Robertson, a great run down the back. He peaks down low. He sends it up high.
Good move out of the 46. He'll go to the high side of the racetrack. He'll force the 6 machine of Tyler Justice low, but look at that run out of the 6 off of 4 like he's done it a million times. Make it 5 laps to go into 1.
Last lap, Tyler Justice was faster, but wow, Robertson got a great run down the back. Nose to tail, 5 laps to go. Robertson, try as he might. This again would be the chance for 500 buckaroos waiting for you at Homestead. If you can get it done tonight, you got to get there to have a chance. And Robertson giving it all. He dives it down to the inside this time.
He might have the run, Emerson. He might have it here in 3 and 4. No, it's not going to be enough. As again, he has to go to the back bumper of the 6. Down the front stretch, you're going to make it 4 laps to go. This battle is not over. Robinson has now found something into 3 and 4. Watch, if he can get just close enough here, we might have a battle for the lead.
It looks like Robertson, he's got 1 and 2 better than Justice, but Justice has 3 and 4. 4 laps to go, 8 miles to settle it from Michigan. And Robertson, he's got to not overdo it now. He's got to keep the tires happy. He's got to give himself a fighter's chance here in the last few laps. 4 laps to go, no big send from the either of them. Robertson trying to set himself up for some success here. 3 laps to go.
Coming down the front stretch, Tyler Justice will get the 3 to go from the flag stand. Throw up those 3s. Rest in peace to Dale Earnhardt. 3 more laps here at Michigan. We'll see our first championship driver as Robinson tries to the inside here off of 2. We're down the backstretch. There, nose to tail, down the backstretch.
A great run through the center of turns 1 and 2 for Robertson, but Justice able to match it on corner exit. Into turns 3 and 4, Robertson, try as he might. He's got to find some sort of clean air. He's got to find some rotate. Robertson sends it through turns 3 and 4. He gets way up the track, and that might do it. 2 laps to go, half a second the gap now.
That was the last-ditch effort out of the 46 machine. Robinson, now Scotty Reinshield has an opportunity to better his finishing spot. If he can make a move on that spot there for second, Tyler Justice, though, creeping down the backstretch here. It looks as though he'll make it a lucky number 7. Going into 3, 7 wins on the season for Tyler Justice.
Not yet. We got to make it to the white. We got to make it official. Out of turn number 4, it'll be 1 lap to go for the 6 of Tyler Justice. One more time around as Tyler Justice has 2 miles till he has a shot in the spot at Homestead.
What an incredible drive out of Tyler Justice here tonight. We saw the moves in stage number 1. Very, very aggressive to get up there. Won the stage in stage number 1 from those aggressive moves. But he's going to make me a wrong man here tonight. He's going to win the stage, Emerson. He's also going to go on to get the checkered flag.
Tyler Justice out of turn number 4 for the 7th time this season. Tyler Justice is a winner in the Z Grill Series, and Tyler Justice is going to Homestead.
Ooh, he's cheeky across the line to a little Need for Speed Hot Pursuit slide across the start-finish line.
A phenomenal, dominant effort from the 6 of Tyler Justice, who started P6 on the evening. He drove his way through the field to win in stage 1. He dominates stage number 2, playing the right strategy, and Tyler Justice wins his 7th race on the season through 17 races. Who is going to stop this man from taking $500 at Homestead? I guess we'll have to see if anyone can. Tonight, it's Tyler Justice, the driver in EPI Victory Lane. And Tyler Justice is going to drive that 6 machine straight across the grass into Victory Lane here at Michigan. And Tyler Justice, now a 7-time race winner. And now you're going to Homestead.
Yeah, man, locked into Homestead. Glad to go ahead and get that out of the way. It's nice to be able to just go out there and try to get a couple more wins before we head to the championship race. So glad to get a win here tonight. I didn't at the beginning of the race. I wasn't feeling it for some reason, but luckily we got in a groove there and started to figure it out a little bit, and it was good. But David gave me a run there at the end. I think he pitted like a lap or 2 after me, so he had a little bit fresher tire coming up through there. So yeah, he made me work for it. So I had to block his air a little bit to try to maintain what I could, and was able to hold on. So glad to get another win. Locked in Homestead and focus on that.
Absolutely, Tyler. And I think we're starting to see a trend here. It doesn't matter where you qualify. It doesn't matter how you feel 5 or 10 laps into a run. Tyler, you clearly are showing you are the king of long run speed here in the Speed Race Network Z Grill Series, and you prove it once again. But there you did have to duel it out with David Robertson, where, you know, he was going just as hungry to get his first win on the season. That's a lot to overcome, and you were able to fend him off.
Yeah, it was really fun there racing David. I knew he was pretty hungry there to get that win, so glad we could hold him off there, and just was doing the best I could to maintain that gap. I knew he was going to get to me, but you know, passing's a different story, and you can kind of manipulate where he has to put his car and with the way it was driving tonight, if you could hold, the lane above the guy, you could kind of pin him down and get him tight a little bit, and even block his air a little bit. And 1 and 2, like coming off of 2 was super tight. I don't know if there was a wind over there or if it's just the way the car was set up, but it was super tight out of 2. So if you could pin someone down or block their air in that end of the track, you could really stretch it out down the back stretch. But no, that was fun. David raced me clean, and that was a lot of fun.
Well, Tyler, I don't want to say many people already had you penciled into Homestead before tonight, but a dominant season to this point. He had tied Dustin through the regular season with 4 wins, pick up 2 through the first round of playoffs. Now 7 wins on the season, far and away now the winningest driver on the season. A lot of good vibes flowing through the 6 team. Homestead now in a few weeks' time. How you go about the next couple weeks, and how do you feel about your chances?
I feel pretty good. Homestead's probably in my top 3 of favorite tracks, so hopefully the setup is good there. I would prefer a looser type setup if I'm being honest. I like when you have to, manage the rear tires, especially at that track. It's a lot of fun, especially when you can get free and, it's a lot of fun racing if the car's loose. So hopefully we have something like that there. But yeah, for the next couple of weeks, just try to click off a couple more wins here. I mean, that's all we really can do since we're locked in now. Don't have to worry about anything. So we'll definitely be practicing for Homestead, but definitely going to try to get a couple more wins before we get there. Keep the momentum going.
Well, there you are. Tyler Justice, now a 7-time winner on the season and the first driver to punch their ticket into the Championship 5 at Homestead. Congratulations, Tyler Justice, on the win tonight. Best luck to you at Homestead in 4 weeks' time.
Thank you, sir. And let me give a shout out to all my teammates at Phase 2 Chassis Works, everyone at Nexus eSports. Thank everybody in the league, and thank you for broadcasting.
Absolutely. And that was driver of the number 6, Tyler Justice, our race winner. And Will, 2 sides to every great battle. You're going to be standing by with second place finisher, driver of the number 46, David Robertson, who came so close to dethroning the 6 machine.
Oh man, he gave it his all every stage of this race. The 46 machine, David Robinson, and David, you come up short here tonight in that second spot, but it was an eventful race. Take us through your race here at Michigan.
Yeah, pretty interesting. The first run, I kind of wanted to use to gauge how hard we could drive it, and kind of figure out the line and so on. And being up in clean air was helpful. And then the caution, kind of with fuel, just the way that the laps played out in the shorter fuel tank, I knew there'd be some stuff there. And really, I think what the difference was I didn't take tires on that caution because I only had 6 laps on them, and I think Tyler and him did, so they were able to pull about a second and a half on me, and that was ultimately the difference. I got back to him, but it's once the tires level off and it's so tight, you got to run basically one line at the end of the race. So I race Tyler all the time weekly in the open series, and I'm not going to dump him for a win as much as I want a win, but can't be too disappointed. Just that was the strategy I made, hoping for another caution where those guys wouldn't have a set left and I would, and then that's kind of what you're banking on. But it didn't happen, but that's all right. I'll take a second. And yeah, a lot of momentum. Kind of took the season a little bit to get going, but I feel like I've kind of found my stride in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's talk about that momentum that you're going to ride here into the short track. So the second place finish here, of course, we reset those points. You're going to find yourself in a good spot moving into the short tracks. What do you expect these next 2 weeks to be like?
Yeah, I think Richmond's not one of my better tracks. I'm okay there. Nashville, I really didn't like until this year, and then I did a ton of races, and I really like Nashville, and I'm pretty decent at Homestead. So probably not my favorite places. I was better at like a Pocono or a Dover or an Indy, but it's with these setups, it really really puts the focal point on just who can make the best adjustments driving, and being patient. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm so used to the open set where if I don't like the car, I can go change it. And this has really taught me to drive more to the car's capabilities. So I think really that's where, you see there. And obviously short track racing, there's always beating and banging, and hopefully I can stay out of that. And just get some good finishes.
Absolutely. Well, you got a good finish here tonight at Michigan. The 46 machine, David Robinson coming home second. David, before we let you go, my man, anybody you wanted to shout out or any sponsors that helped you get on the podium here tonight?
Just everyone at Elliott Sadler Esports, and obviously my teammate Paul Bliss. We talk strategy and the in Discord a lot during the races, so we're trying to figure out, do the math in our heads real quick. So yeah, always handy to have him in there, and yeah, definitely appreciate everyone at the team being supportive. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time with us here, my man. Second place. We'll see you next
Thanks a lot.
week here in the Z Grills Xfinity Series. David Robinson, the driver of the 46 machine. And Emerson, you heard him there. He was happy about that second place finish. And I spoke about that before that checkered flag waved. Some of these guys are going to be happy with these finishing spots, even though Tyler Justice took home that checkered flag.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Will. It's a lot of great momentum. It's a great starting spot here in the round after everyone was tied coming into today's race. Another driver, I'm sure, who's pretty happy, I guess, with the finishing position. Maybe not with the overall outcome, but maybe thinking big picture here is driver of the number 77 or fourth place finisher and Seth Berger. And Seth, fourth place finish tonight. You got some laps led, got some TV time for the Flood Brothers tonight. Overall, how'd your race go?
It went all right. In the end of first stage, I thought this was possibly the worst race I'd ever been in. It was the dirty air was so major, and these cars are just fast enough for it to separate the field, unlike the truck series. So it was very frustrating remaining that close to a lot of cars, and you just couldn't do anything with it. But I'd like to say you couldn't pass, but Tyler Justice proved that you were able to pass. So kind of frustrating, but fourth place is not bad. I'll take it. Solid start to this round.
Absolutely. With this round, everyone coming in tied. I'm sure this is going to put you in a nice little position heading into Richmond. Now with some laps led, getting the nice momentum here with a fourth place finish. How do you feel about your chances going into Richmond? A whole different ball game.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I think I figured out Richmond a little bit, but that was in a completely different car and obviously different setup. And I don't know how this field is gonna weigh out in short track speed, so it'll be interesting. I was pretty fast at Iowa. They got the same shape, so hopefully I could do well and hopefully get the first win on the season. That'd be a huge win.
Absolutely, Seth. And a little bit here about the paint scheme. I know you're running the Flood Brothers colors. Got the Gordon Flames on the side. Tell us about it.
Yeah, just wanted to shout out Flood Brothers for sure. Shout out to Bill Flood, great Chicagoland garbage company. So if you guys have any disposal needs or sick of your garbage company, definitely hit up Flood Brothers for sure. They're best in Chicago. But yeah, also got a shout out to Berg Arts. We're investing in some new stuff. I'm gonna be making some pretty damn cool things. Shout out to Tank Racing. It's awesome racing with them. We're a lot smaller than when we started, but it's still fun. Also shout out to Hunterdon Anesthesia, Healthcare Billing, 213 Simware, Invader Zim Designs, and shout out to my teammates and shout out to you guys for putting on a great show.
Thank you, Seth, and we appreciate the kind words as always. Shout out to you for giving us a great one to watch. Congratulations on the fourth place finish tonight. I'm sure a nice little points position as you head in to the next couple of races, Seth. Congratulations and best of luck to you the rest of the way.
All right, thank you, and shout out Burger Nation.
There you are, of course. Shout out to all of the Seth's family out watching in chat. No, they come out in full forces. It's been a little bit of a rough go so far this season for Seth, but again, some laps led here. Maybe, just maybe, that momentum putting himself in the right time. And so Seth Berger with our fourth place finish tonight. That concludes post-race interviews tonight. It's time to start working for our post-race results coming your way here. And this is how everyone came to the checkers this evening. There they are up on your screen. Tyler Justice with the race victory. David Robertson second. Scotty Reinshield in third. Seth Berger fourth. Gabriel Ellis in fifth. Max Service sixth. Blake Kentley seventh. And Michael Sturgill eighth.
Then I pick up in the 9th position of Paul Bliss in the 85. 10th position to be Logan Truitt in the 35 machine. He's going to come home with a top 10. Dustin Montgomery in that 12th. 11th there. He's going to be our first car a lap down, 18 laps down, that is. Adrian Schumacher's going to come home in that 12th spot. 13th, Sean Powell. Nathan Della Rosa, 14th. And Scott Kalal in that 15th spot.
That's how they all came to the checkers this evening. And Will, I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised with the good race we had today. The strategies all kind of came and meshed together. We had a nice little run there towards the checkers, and I'm optimistic to see the rest of the battling it out for the final 4 spots in Homestead.
Yeah, it was an absolute great week here in Michigan across all the series here on the Speed Racing Network. And with Tyler Justice, you see that little draft or drift across the line there. You know, we saw something here, Emerson. Of course, we saw Tyler Justice get that checkered flag. We also saw guys like Robinson, Seth Berger, other names really fight on top of the grid. Scotty Reinshield. So, as much as the 6 machine of Tyler Justice looked good, he definitely did look beatable in tonight's race, which could really open the door for somebody else to win this championship.
Maybe, just maybe, the little boost this field needed was that kind of a run tonight. Well, that'll do it for us here from the Great Lakes. Before we go, a huge shout out to all of our partners here at Speed Racing Network, with Fiverr, Glitch, and Zegros doing all of their hard work on each of the respective nights. Zegros, of course, tonight's sponsor with the Zegros series. Admin Box has been on your screen all evening long, and of course, they're starting good presentation presented by Admin Box. Make sure you use code SRN-box, that's BOXX, for 10% off of your Admin Box purchases. Butt Kicker, of course, we heard from them earlier in the show. A huge shout out to our commercial partner here at Speed Racing Network at Butt Kicker. EPI, of course, with our Victory Lane presentation, and Select Blind for incident replays this evening. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, why don't you go out, hit that big thumbs up button, give us a like on the broadcast, and of course, if you see that big bright red subscribe button, go ahead and click it, guys. Make it gray, make it say subscribed in past tense. Help us reach our subscription goal here at Speed Racing Network. We would greatly appreciate it. While you're down there, guys, you might see this big bright blue join button. You might wonder, well, join what, right? For $4.99 a month, you can become a Speed Racing Network premium member, and you can get access to loyalty badges and custom emojis, exclusive wallpapers and photos, early access to new content, member shoutouts, members only live chat, and priority reply to comments, and much, much more. To join today, of course, hit that big bright blue join button next to the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. While you're at it, give a shout out to all of our social media outlets, our Facebook page at facebook.com/Speed Racing Network, our X page at x.com/Speed Racing Net, our Instagram at Speed Racing Network, our YouTube at youtube.com/Speed Racing Network, our Twitch at twitch.tv/Speed Racing Net, our LinkedIn at linkedin.com/company/Speed Racing Network, and of course the website that keeps up with everything SRN, news, schedules, points, and all that jazz is waiting for you at speedracingnetwork.com. That'll do it for us here from the Great Lake State. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's broadcast, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's action. For all at Speed Racing Network, I am Emerson Arden with Will Tiller, alongside myself in the virtual booth for this evening. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time out in Richmond.